This podcast is made possible by the Social Voice Project. I'm Kevin Farkas, founder and executive producer. Stick around to the end of the podcast to learn more about the Social Voice Project, an innovative public interest media company specializing in podcasting, oral histories, and live event recording.
House Government Reform and Oversight Subcommittee continues its examination of recent reports of chemical exposures to troops during the Persian Gulf War in 1991.
Operation Desert Shield, when Iraq munitions and chemical weapons production facilities were bombed, and throughout the troop movements in Operation Desert Storm, coalition forces heard thousands of chemical On numerous occasions, technicians trained to operate sophisticated detection equipment confirmed the presence of nerve and blister agents near U.S. troop positions in Iraq. Individual soldiers reported scud attacks followed by toxic mists and powdery fallout. They reported dead animals in the desert and a notable lack of insects or other carrion scavengers. To this day, many Gulf War veterans report the symptoms: memory loss, fatigue, muscle and joint pain that can characterize routinely. All these reports have been dismissed, discounted, discredited, or denied.
My name is Rick Witherell. I'm from Tionesta, Pennsylvania. We were set up in Jebel, and it was one of the bigger build-ups when we had. It's the first time I got to see the Patriot battery sitting in close. The scuds were starting to go off, and I can still remember the alarm systems, the M8s going off, and the theories of, well, it's due to the smoke from the trucks, the exhaust fumes. Nobody could explain why all of a sudden these chemicals were going off. We had the dead sheeps. You had the dead flies on the sheep. You had, the alarms going off, and they told you there was no such thing. Patriots were designed to take the scuds and the missiles out. The Patriots would only take out the warhead. But you got to remember, the scud was designed to have carried the chemical. So the Patriot knocks it out of the air. That Patriot, once it hit it, it put the chemicals right out in. And I will never forget this. I remember the one mission, I come back, I woke up an hour or two later. So don't ask me why, if it was the pain or whatever. I went outside, and it was the eeriest feeling. It was so dark, it was dreary, the sun was only so big. Fires were blooming everywhere, it looked like the earth was on fire. And that's when one of the soldiers told me what had happened. Hussein started setting the oil on fire. People couldn't explain why doctors were sick, why they were ending up with the Gulf War Syndrome, why mechanics in the rear were getting sick, or pilots. Hussein knew what he was doing.